Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic on Board Game Geek, bringing you episode 8, 7, I gotta look, I think it's 7, 7 or 8. Anyway, there's only going to be, I think there's only 8 turns, let me check, so I think this is actually going to be turn 7. 1, 2, 3, I'm counting the event cards, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, it is turn 7, and we are kind of in a little bit of doo-doo. The villain has come out, and one of our heroes has become, Milo Boggs, the alchemist, has become incapacitated. So, I am filming kind of back-to-back today, so I tried to look to see if there were any major or noteworthy mistakes in the last episodes. I did not see them, so I'm continuing on. Please forgive me if I did make a couple. Don't forget also that we are under the fog bank, which gives everybody a +1 defense against ranged attacks. So I think we just get started. We're going to get going and draw the second to the last event card for the game. I think I'm going to do 2 rounds back to back in this and end the episode, because the episode, the series is going to end next turn regardless, so I might as well do the 2 turns in one big nice video finale. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, here's what we got. We got our second to the last event card that's about to take place. Enforcers, place 2 sword thugs and a crossbow thug at a random passage. Wow, and it's a blue event, so blues will take priority. So we're going to go roll a die for that and see where they go. They're going to either come out on a 1, 2, 3 on the top, or 4, 5, or 6 on the bottom. That's kind of sucky for this close to the end of the game. That's going to hurt us, I think. It might. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, where do these 2 sword thugs and rainbow thug and crossbow thug come out? They're going to come out at the bottom, where there's already a couple bad guys there heading to go pour down and incapacitated Milo. Okay, well, there's going to be one of each type of sword thug there. Boom, and boom, and then there's going to be another crossbow thug there as well. That is bad. And remember, Milo's right here, and I was about to send our gunslinger, our gun mage duelist, Canis Gormley, over there. She's still going over there because she's got to bring Milo back up. But if these guys all activate or something, we're going to be in some hot water. Anyway, that was our event card, and we got one more left to go, and we'll see what that is. Now we're going to get right to Canis's turn. First consists of spawning a bad guy, so we're going to spawn a sword thug back at the bottom, so that area is filling up big time. Well, so there are an equal amount of sword thugs, so the priority will be blue. So we got a blue sword thug down here again as well, and now we get to take Canis's turn. Okay, first things first, she's only got 1 feat card, so we're going to draw a second one and see what we get. Untouchable, play this card to gain +2 defense, or point blank, play this card to boost the attack and damage roll of a ranged attack against a villain in your space. That is not going to be useful this turn, but this one might. This lucky bullet, play this card to use 1 additional rune shot effect on your next ranged attack turn. Well, that's going to be about right now, but I'm curious. So she's got Black Penny, which allows her to shoot into space, which is cool. It has a friendly unit. She's got Brutal, which is the one I want to use, but the leveler says the attack does no damage. However, if we do this and apply both effects, the Brutal attack says this is boost gains a damage roll, or damage boost. So I'm not sure if you can match those 2 together or not. I may save it for the re-roll. Yeah, I'm not clear on that, to be completely honest. Anyway, what she's going to do is she's going to shoot this guy here first and then trick shot into our villain. Or she can do either. It doesn't matter. You don't have to kill the other. Yeah, you don't have to kill him. You just have to discard a feat. So she's going to send her first shot. Now she is moving. So that's going to be a problem. Well, if she moves 2, she won't be able to use her ranged attack. Does she shoot him or not? We got to kill him. We got to kill him. Okay, she's going to do it. Okay, so she, the villain in this case, our Epic Rulik Mercenary, has a defense of 12, so she's got a accuracy of 5, and she's going to be doing a brutal shot. Let's hope she succeeds in hitting 4, 5, 6. That's 11. Oh, and they're +1 defense. So she actually missed. If you missed an aimed attack, draw a feat card. Well, she did not miss an aimed attack, so she just missed the shot. Boom, she shoots. Now she moves. Well, she's making her way toward her buddy over here, so she's just going to move right here. I don't want to move toward this crowd, and she's going to have to get out of the space with him, but that's okay. Not too worked up about that. And that is going to be the end of her turn, so we're going to pull the villain action cards out now and see what happens. Actually, I'm backtracking just a hair. I was rereading Candace's trick shot. She doesn't actually have to hit, but she can roll against another target in the same space. It says to make an additional attack. Doesn't mean she has to hit. So she is going to definitely do that and discard a feat card, which will be this this untouchable point blank one, I believe. Yeah, she'll discard that and make a roll to see if she can kill this this sword thug here. Might as well, right? So that's going to be a 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to hit exactly. Well, hold on. Let me double check that. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. But God, he's a 13 on his defense because of the fog. So she missed both those. What a waste. Okay. Anyway, let's go now back to drawing the villain action card. Okay, here we go. What do we get? Close combat. Activate the villain closest to you. That will be this blue sword thug. So the blue sword thug is going to get to make an attack on Canis. Let's do that. Just following his priority, he's just going to make a normal attack. So he's just going to get 2 dice. He's got an accuracy of 4. And Canis has a defense of 13. Yes, he hit. Man, wow. Now he's going to do damage. He's got a power of 8 against her armor of 12. And absolutely, that's 10, 18, 2 points of damage against Canis from that sword thug this turn. Guys, our luck is quickly turning. That is not good. It's making me nervous about winning this secession. One of the things I read about the game that I don't think I like, I just got to be upfront about it, is that if it's kind of like Mice and Mystics. If you fail this mission, you got to do it all over again. And that would bite. But anyway, let's go back to the board. By the way, why did that sword thug, I didn't explain this to you, but the reason the sword thug attacked attacked her instead of Gardek is because the priority was lowest health for the 2 of them being in the same space. So that's why that happened. Okay, so anyway, let's continue on. Now we're going to roll for Milo. He still gets a turn. This sucks, but he still gets a turn. He gets to roll 2 dice for spawning. So he gets, it's going to be at the bottom again, and a 4. So another crossbow thug comes out. It is blue priority, and there's an even amount, so a blue crossbow thug will come out on the 4 to 6 spawning point. So this is where this game gets really challenging. See these 2 tokens, these 2 health tokens of his? They actually go back to the box. They go out of the game as he lays there incapacitated and bleeds out. He's getting close to completely passing out. We've got to get Canis to that space very quickly. However, he does not have any feats. He does get to draw a feat card still. It's still his turn, so he got this hoof it and reroll. He can't use it until he's brought back to his feet, but he does get to do it. And that's Milo's turn. I mean, the smoke cloud is still there for him. That's useful, at least. Yeah. So anyway, let me double check that with the smoke. Oh, it's supposed to be gone at the beginning of the next turn, so it is. The smoke is gone. And that means he's just laying there and all these guys are looking at him going, "Ooh, let's go kill that guy." Anyway, here's what we're going to do for our remote or activation. Remote rumble. Activate the villains farthest from you. So, okay, the villain farthest from you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be it's going to be one of these guys. So here's an interesting dilemma. Okay, the 2 villains here, it's going to activate one of those. Now, normally it'd be blue, but this is the one's farthest. So it says to activate first, they're both red, so then they'd activate by priority of their number, activation number, which for the sword thugs is a 1, 2, 3, but for the villain himself is nothing. It doesn't exist. So Do you not activate the villain unless it says to actually activate the villain himself? I don't know. I don't know. Let me think about that just a little more. But that's an interesting dilemma. And because I was reading on the activations, maybe it actually says in the villain space. It doesn't though. It doesn't say anything about that. Significant characters. Okay. Significant villain activates. I guess I got to think about this some more. Okay, here's how I'm going to rule this, guys. So I can't find anything that tells me if this guy should go, but he's a 1, 2, or 3 priority. However, when I rolled to see which villain appeared, he was a 4, 5, or 6. So I'm going to have to say he activates. I guess. I mean, I don't know, guys. That's a zinger for me. There are a couple activation cards that say to activate the major villain. So, theoretically, let's see if I can find one of those and I'll just reshuffle so I can show you what I'm talking about. Boss Blitz. See, activate the boss villain. There's 2 of those in here, right? So I guess that in a given cycle, the boss is only going to activate twice. Unless it says activate the 4 red closest to you, then I think you would activate. So I think, in reality, this Sword Thug is going to activate. And again, the priority is, well, in this case, the Remote Rumble, the priority is player to the active player's left. So since we were doing his turn, I'm going to say that theoretically would be Gardek. So this guy's going to rush Gardek here, putting 2 people in that space. That's not what I was hoping for. But let's roll for his attack. Okay, so Gardek, he's getting attacked by the Sword Thug. Sword Thug gets 2 dice against Gardek's defense of 11. Sword Thug has a 4 accuracy, so 8, 12, he hit Gardek. And he's going to get 3 dice on his roll because he rushed. And let's see, we get 6, 7, 8, and the Sword Thugs. So it's a 16 against Gardek's armor of 15. That means that Gardek also takes an additional point of damage. I tell you, we're getting pummeled here. So let's keep going. That brings us to Gardek's turn, actually. So, boom, we're going to roll for a spine. And let's see what we get. We get a 4 and a 5. 5 is going to be a crossbow thug down in that bottom space. So it's going to be a red one because there's more red than blue in the pool right now. There are like 10 guys in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys down there, just waiting to spring forward and kill everybody in their path. It's just crazy talk. Anyway, let's get on with Gardek. I know what he's doing. By the way, you can get the whole board in here. This is what I'm talking about. This is a mess. So if Gardek's going to rush him, and he could potentially take a point of damage. He's got to roll a hazard roll against both these guys. If he rolls a 5 or 6, he'll take another point of damage. But we got to kill him by next turn, or we're out of luck. Now he has a 3 vitality, so he can take 3 hits currently. He's got some really, really tough weapons. But we're going to do that. So Gardek is going to rush forward, and he is going to do this. So 1, 2. Now let's go to the dice bowl because we got to roll 2 rolls for him against the 2 sword thugs in his space. I also get to draw him another feat card. Let's see what he gets. Could make a difference. Countercharge. Okay, and Bodyguard. Play this card to prevent another hero in your space. Okay, that's not going to help, but he can use that to do something to regenerate or something else. We'll see. Anyway, he did rush. He might use this boost one, but I kind of want the invulnerable. I don't know if he's going to do that against the villain. Anyway, so first we're going to roll to see the 2 hazard rolls he needs to roll. So the first one, no, he did not take any damage, and no. So he dodged across the 2 sword thugs, and now he's going to attack the villain himself. And that's this epic, this is not a name villain, but it's epic, like a mercenary. Remember, he's got a defense of 12. I'm going to put him right there for you. Defense of 12. Gardek's got a accuracy of 6. So he just has to roll 6 on his 2 dice. He does not have a reroll. Do I boost this? Nope, we're going to go for it. 6 exactly. He hit. Remember, you have to match or beat defense, but you have to beat armor. So now he's got an armor of 14, so we're definitely going to use Mighty. That gains us an additional die melee damage roll. I was going to take Invulnerability, but if I take the boost, I can boost it, and that'll give him 4 dice against the attack on this villain, and maybe be able to do 2 points of damage. What do you think, guys? Should I do it? Should I do it? I'm going to do it. Boom, 4 dice against to hit the villain. So he rushed, which gave him a die. Oh, that's on his damage roll. No, this is his damage roll. Yeah, so we're boosting the damage roll. 4 dice on the damage roll. Boom, that's not very good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that is a 20. He's got an armor of 14, so that is going to do 2 points of damage to the villain. That is awesome. So 2 points out of the 3 in one shot, and Gardek still gets to use his shield. There's the 2 points. I'm putting it on. We might end this right now. Wouldn't that be very cool? Except I don't want to, because I want to get Milo back on his feet. It gives him less experience if he's still down. Okay, now, in addition to that, he is going to make an attack with his shield. His shield has, again, an accuracy of 6. We have to overcome a 12 defense. And he does again, so he hit him again. Now, this time, though, he's only getting 3 dice instead of 4 because he just gets his mighty. And the shield only has a power of 6, so let's see if we can damage him. Remember, our villain has a defense of 14. Oh, look at that. 10, 11, 12, plus 6. He killed he killed this minor villain in one attack. Isn't that awesome? And the guy, if he had hit back, would have done tons and tons of damage. So we take out the villain very quickly. Gardek rushes, takes him down before the villain is even able to do anything. I don't wonder if that's the intent of the game or not. But let's go back to our mission now, because we're going to read. Now, again, this is the introductory mission, so I didn't expect it to be too hard. I expected it to be easier. And we still had a guy go down, so that means something. Okay, so victory. The party wins if the boss is incapacitated, which has just happened. Add 1 XP to the treasury for each battle-ready hero. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read you what happens. I don't know about story. I'm going to say Gardek, because Gardek's axe comes down on the gang boss with a sickening crunch, splattering blood across the stones. The gory display is enough to send the rest of the thugs running for their lives. Hell and blood, Gardek curses as he kicks the corpse of the man he just cut down with his axe. Is he dead, Canis? Pog asks, wherever Pog is, pointing at the body of the watch's agent near her. The gun mage glances at the corpse. Well, all his brains are on the outside of his skull, so... And that ends the first mission of the game. So that is pretty awesome. We actually won in that last moment of desperate rushing by Gardek. We did have Milo become incapacitated. So now let's talk about what happens after the adventure is over. Okay, here we go. This is what happens in between chapters. After each chapter, heroes have a chance to rest, heal, and spend experience. So regain wound tokens and heal. At the end of each chapter, any hero that lost wound tokens due to incapacitation gains those until he has a number equal to his vitality stat. Regain tokens are placed on the black side up. So he is revived, but the 2 tokens that Milo lost are going to start on his next turn black side up. And by the way, there are character sheets on the website for Privateer Press that will allow you to track this stuff. I'm going to use those for this. Refill your restoratives. Well, we only had 1 used, and you have to roll 5 or 6 to see. Well, actually, we never used it because Canis never got to him to use it. Revive heroes. The hero is incapacitated or passed out at the end of the chapter must be revived in order for the party to continue. If a hero is passed out at the end of the chapter, the party does not revive him. Okay, well, he wasn't. He was incapacitated. An incapacitated hero can be revived by another hero with an alchemy restorative. Okay, we know that. The revived hero begins the next chapter with full health. Okay, a passed out hero is revived in the same way, except that he begins the next chapter with 2 of his tokens black side up. And that's what's going to happen with Milo. So I guess Canis did use her revive, but it appears to be after step 2. So if I take these steps in order, we don't get to refill this now. Trade side quests. Okay, well, she's got that armor. She's going to keep it. She can use the armor. It's fine. She's going to keep the misfit armor. Character progression. Every hero begins the campaign with only the basic abilities. So now we get to do ability cards. Let's check that. So the first thing we have to do is divide up the experience points. So first off, I'm going to have a little bit of an odd number. So we're going to get 5, 5, and 5. And then there's 8 more, so they're going to get, I guess we'll figure out how to do this. But let's go 2, 4, 6. So we'll go 2, 4, and 6, and then we got 2 more. I guess we'll go 1. We'll get to divvy these up as we want, and I'll give 1 to Canis. So Milo and Canis got the extra experience points. Don't know why, it just worked out that way. Okay, I could have rolled or something. I don't know. Then we get to go through all of these things, and I'm not going to bore you with the details. I'm going to look through them and pick some and spend some experience points. She's got 7 to spend, so most of them are. She's going to get some of the lower ones, like maybe this True Sight or Armored Greatcoat. Duelist Training, maybe. We'll see. I'm going to look through those, and I'll tell you which ones we spent with each character. Okay, so Canis Gormley, she actually bought 2 abilities, or experienced up in 2 abilities. True Sight, when making a ranged attack, you ignore all defense bonuses and stealth. Now, we didn't see that in this session, but I assume it's going to come up soon. And she gets 4 experience, the cost her 4 experience. And then Duelist Training for 2 experience. If you hold or walk, you can make both a melee and a ranged attack that turn. That seemed cool to me, so I kept it, and I got that, and she still has 2 experience left over. Milo got Healer for 6. You can use the feat as any feat as if it were a simple stimulant. That means it allows somebody to heal a 1. That seems important because he could do it to himself too. Then Gardek Stonebrow also got 2 new abilities. One is Guardian. You can use any feat as a shield guard that allows you to, when a friendly player in your space is hit by attack, you can play this card to be hit instead. Relentless, you ignore rough terrain when you charge. That didn't come up in this session either, but I figured it would. And so here is, I'm just going to give you an example. These are what the sheets look like that you can print off the website. They're black and white versions of the character. Well, they have them in color, but they print out black and white. That's kind of nice. And you see it has the abilities. Side quest cards, notes, etc. Empty, full. So I'm going to fill these out, but I'm not going to do that with you. There's Pog and Doorstep, which we didn't use. But like I said, I'm going to fill these out, keep them with the box in the game, and next time we do this as a session, we will have our players set up and good to go. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking that out and watching this playthrough with me. Not sure what's up next. Got a lot coming to the table. Lots going on with the channel. I've been wanting to do a long playthrough, like a campaign of Zombicide, but haven't decided if that's going to be too long for y'all to keep up with or not. One of my fellow YouTubers, Cat Weasel, does all these awesome playthroughs. He does them so fast and so well I can't keep up with how many he's got. But he does these very long series, and I like watching them, and I can keep up with them, but I've been debating on whether or not everybody would be willing or interested in doing that. So let me know. Anyway, give me feedback. I will talk to you next time. Thanks again for subscribing. By the way, I'm 30 away from my goal, my next goal of 2,000 subscribers, so please help me get there. Really appreciate it. If you can spread the word about my channel, I'd appreciate that too. You can do that through likes on YouTube, etc. That'd be awesome, and I appreciate it. So take care and talk to you soon.